In our previous episodes, we talked about how to start setting up a smart home in the most affordable means as possible. We already talked about picking a smart speaker as the heart of our system, and then last time, we also checked 3 devices that will allow you to control different non-smart devices in your home. Today, we're expanding on that and we'll be taking a look at more products that will transform your ordinary home appliances to something smarter. This is Geek Republic and this is my review of the Xiaomi Smart Power Strip, Smart Plug, and Dafang IP Camera. This is the Xiaomi Smart Plug, the basic version. Basically, this device allows you to do one thing: turn on or turn off a home appliance like a light switch. As you can see, it looks a lot like an electrical outlet adapter, except that it has a button and a small notification light. The button on the device serves 2 functions: an on and off switch and a reset button. The smart plug, just like the other devices on this video, can be controlled using the Xiaomi Mi Home app. The process of pairing it with a smartphone app is also similar for all 3 devices. The device immediately goes into pairing mode once it receives power. You then follow the on-screen instructions on your smartphone so you can connect the device to your Wi-Fi network and choose which room it will go into. In case this process fails, you will be asked to reset the device and try reconnecting again, but now using the AP mode, where you'll be asked to connect to the smart plug directly via Wi-Fi. Once connected to the Mi Home app, you'll now be able to remotely turn on or turn off any home appliance that's plugged into the device via your smartphone or through your smart speaker or smart display. You can also set timers and countdowns to the smart plug as well as check usage statistics, allowing you to monitor power consumption. The Xiaomi Basic Smart Home Plug is meant to be the simplest way for anyone to turn normal appliances to something smarter. And for the most part, it does what it's supposed to do. However, it's far from being perfect. As with the Xiaomi Universal Remote device I previously reviewed, the plug only works on the mainland China server and as such suffer from the same delay issue wherein you'll notice a considerable latency whenever you try to make it do something. Moreover, since this device is really meant for the Chinese market, the problems are arranged for outlets in China, which means you might need an adapter for you to make it work with a power outlet in your home. If you're looking on automating more than one device, you might want to use the Xiaomi Smart Power Strip instead of the Smart Plug. Basically, this is just a bigger version of the Smart Plug that allows you to plug up to 6 appliances. There are 6 power sockets on the device. The first 3 at the top accept US, EU, and Chinese plugs, while the remaining 3 at the bottom only accepts US and Europe plugs. You can also find the power button as well as 2 LED notification lights at the top right hand corner of the device. Pairing and setup is identical to the smart plug, and controls on the device are also very similar to the smart plug, allowing you to easily turn on and off a device, create timers, and monitor your power consumption. The cons are also the same with the basic smart plug. Again, there's that delay in the app and the device, and you'll need to use an adapter as it also uses a Chinese plug. Another letdown on the Smart Power Strip is that you can't control individual sockets. This means that all 6 sockets functions as one, so that sort of limits what you can do with it, especially with automation. Finally, we have the Dafang IP Camera. Although this is really not necessary, I think having an IP camera at home can be really helpful, whether it is for security or monitoring purposes. The Dafang IP camera is probably one of the most affordable full-featured IP cameras you can get right now, at least in the Philippine market. For starters, it can record clips at full HD resolution and has a rotating base that can spin up to 110 degrees. It also has a microphone and a speaker, which you can use if you plan to use this as a baby monitor. You can also find a standard camera mount that should work with most tripods and an SD card slot for storing footage. Setup for this device is a bit different from the 2 devices mentioned earlier, as this one has an added step. After going into pairing mode, you will be provided with a QR code which you will need to scan using the Dafang camera. However, this process involves listening to a voice prompt, which sadly is in Chinese. So you'd have to do some trial and error and guesswork before you can get the device up and running. Once you've finished the setup process, you'll be able to take full control of the camera and take advantage of its features like automatic motion sensing, face tracking, and two-way talking. As with the other Xiaomi products in this video, this camera only works with a Chinese mainland server, but unlike the other two, the latency issue isn't as pronounced. You also can store clips to the cloud, so if you're going to use this camera as a form of security camera, you might want to add in a micro SD card. In case you already have a micro SD card on hand, do note that this camera doesn't have a PC interface, so if you need to access those clips saved on the card, you have to manage them on the Mi Home app or using a micro SD card reader so you can load the files on your laptop or computer. To sum it all up, you can have a decent smart home starter setup using 3 Xiaomi products. The build quality is excellent and they're priced competitively. Unfortunately, the chink in Xiaomi's armor is the software, specifically the need to use a specific server for certain products. Aside from the issue that you need to be very wary when purchasing a Xiaomi smart home product for compatibility reasons, there's also that issue of latency that's quite a letdown given the good hardware. Anyways, that's it for today. If you have any questions about the products featured in this video, you can ask them in the comment section below. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do hit the subscribe button and click the notification bell beside it so you'll be notified whenever we post new content. For more tech updates, you can also like our Facebook page and follow us on Instagram using the handle GeekRepublicPH.